There's a reason why it takes a long time to make a world-class campus, because it's something that builds slowly. But you also realize that the foundation is critical. And I think that's the important part of UC Merced.
We had a vision and we wanted to create something different, something new. We didn't want to create another of the first campuses. UCLA and Berkeley were great places, but we didn't need to go there. We wanted to create something different.
It was amazing how the community really got behind this project and how hard they worked to make sure that Merced was the site that was selected.
And there was this sense of excitement of having, being involved in something totally unique.
When I interviewed for the faculty position in January, they drove me out to the campus and they were just bulldozing the golf course at the time.
The very first Bobcat Day, there was a lot of grass, a lot of cows, and very little buildings up.
And we stood out on that patch of grass and she said, "This is UC Merced," and she pointed to where the campus was. And obviously most of the buildings weren't here, they were still under construction. And I looked up and I looked around and I was like, yeah, this is where I belong. This is where I should be.
And I remember there being a real feeling of participation and excitement, and the students sharing that same sense that the faculty and staff had that we were doing something new and something special.
When I came out to Lake and saw campus, I thought this is a place that's starting and it's growing and it's building, and this is a place where I can start, grow and build myself.
I think what people don't really understand is the relationships that students had with the faculty. They were very personalized. I remember the first year we would have every single faculty member's or cell phone numbers. They were always available for us. It was seriously, we got a really private education in a public institution.
It always strikes me when I'm driving up to campus and looking out across the fields that we built a lot in 10 years.
And I give a lot of credit to Carol TK because she was really an advocate and a pusher.
If Carol was still alive, Carol would cry when she'd see the students that we have here, because Carol gave her life for this place. Her vision was to create access for the people of the San Joaquin Valley and to provide space for students from throughout California because space was becoming limited.
I think she was a real visionary. I think she laid the groundwork very nicely for what was to come. And she was undeterred. Nobody was going to ruffle her feathers.
We call it the great leader theory or the great person theory. So she was the right person at the right time to do the right things and to give all of us a great opportunity to either study here, work here, or build a career here. So for me, I think she exemplifies this campus and the experience that we've all had.
I can't believe what's happened in 10 years. I think another 10 years we're even going to be more surprised. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Well, I see us as a much more mature university with over 10,000 undergraduates and hopefully more than 2,000 graduate students.
My connection to this place is definitely different than my connection to my undergrad, because my undergrad was that raw college experience that, I have this nostalgia for. And here it was much more being invested in building something great.
There's always challenges with things that are new, but ultimately it's been the right choice because it's given me a new way of thinking about things, a new way of thinking about the world, and hopefully I can build on those skills in the future, wherever that takes me.
And I hope that we continue to be something special, because I think this campus really is special. It started trying to be different, and I hope that we can maintain that idea of being a different kind of campus for the 21st century.
You'll see things that you won't see in other institutions. I don't know that there's another research university of this caliber in the country with the types of students that we have here and that kind of diversity. It's pretty exciting.